Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for June 4th, 2022, with your host, Spacebaker2448, and Ramp It Up Salon.
Hello.
It's the pre-E3 show, because all the E3 stuff happens in like 2 weeks. Or over the course of the next 2 weeks, actually.
Yeah, but there's no E3.
I mean, it is E3 in honor. Because it's what we're all used to. And I'm just going to call it E3. Because it is collectively E3 season. Regardless of what show it is. It's all E3.
I would try to make a joke and be like, wouldn't it be IE3 since internet based? But no, IE sucks.
Yes, it does. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about this week, actually, because of that and some other stuff that came up. But before all that, Tommy, what have you been playing the last couple weeks?
Well, not really anything outside of what we've streamed.
I know you wanted to play Star Citizen last night, but I was not feeling the best.
I mean, that's fine. But I was full on perfectly fine with you being like, no. After I got home and kind of settled down anyhow, I was like, yeah, sure, I won't.
I was about to say, have the server stabilized.
I did play a little bit after the event ended. It felt like they had.
Mm-hmm.
But then also the game kind of crashed when I had about 80,000 worth of mined materials, so that kind of ticked me off at the moment, and I just, haven't went back yet.
Fair enough.
I did figure out the mercenary stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I don't understand why it threw you into jail for trespassing when I shared the quest with you, but that's something else.
I'm pretty sure that I derped and did not accept the share.
That could have been the case.
I think that's just what happened.
Because I full on got through in jail when apparently if you're out of the instance long enough after you complete one, you can still get trespassing. And I wound up with one when I was trying to loot the stuff.
This jail system sounds like it is terribly implemented.
You know what's funny though? Before you got put in jail, I hadn't touched it the first time.
Yeah. I was just surprised because you said something about the prison stuff earlier, and then I'm waking up in an unknown location. I'm like, wait, where am I waking up at? What the fuck's happening? I see this tablet on the side of the wall, and it says I'm in jail, and I'm like,
oh man.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I also found out if you had have killed a friendly, then yeah, we would have been sitting there for 45 minutes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it would have been go do that maintenance thing. Then you can get released.
Honestly, I'm more upset by being killed by him not looking at us.
Yeah. But I think I figured out how to handle that now that I can kind of identify him. Because I feel like the one that killed us was not friendly. I feel like that actually was enemy.
Okay.
But yeah. I think now that I've figured that out a little bit more, AI is kind of broken for them, so you can kind of kill them relatively easy.
That sounds right for this game.
I had quite a few of them. Stop in front of me, turn looking at the allies that are there while I'm mowing them down. And I had one point too where I wish I'd caught a screenshot or something. I legitimately had 3 of the enemies standing in front of one of the allies. I killed 2 of the enemies. The other one moves out of the way so I don't hit the ally, and I get him too. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, guys. The AI cannot be that complicated.
While I'm still chipping away at Vampire Survivor stuff, it is a very good game. It is also very addicting.
Fair.
I do, because I mentioned on when I was in chat for Togadon that I was playing that, and someone asked me how it was, and I'm just like, the best way I can describe this game is it incentivizes that one more run. Just one more run. Because there's actually some maps that are only 15 minutes long at max instead of 30. So they're on the shorter side. So if you're looking for some of the unlocks that have you survive as a character for 15 minutes, they're perfect for that because they are easier. But still, like, clicking with that right build and maxing out that 30 minutes is really satisfying. It's also really satisfying that when you get the build just right, you could just stand there and just everything dies as soon as they get within 5 feet of you.
Fair.
But I think I have all of the main characters unlocked now. I don't have the secrets because one of the secret characters is when you max out time, the Grim Reaper comes in and kills you. Guess what one of the secret characters is?
I'm gonna go out on the Grim Reaper.
Uh-huh. Guess how you unlock him?
By beating him, maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the catch. He gets stronger the relative amount of levels you are.
Ooh.
So you have to do a low-level strat with good weapons in order to kill him. It's a specific. I heard Ty talk about it. It's apparently a very specific setup in order to actually kill him.
Sounds right.
But yeah, you have to do a very specific setup to get Reaper. But yeah, doing more of that. I've also finished up Tokyo Mirage Session, so that's on the backlog. That's off the backlog now. The final boss pissed me off.
In a good way or in a bad way?
Bad way. I almost had him killed, and then he managed to kill my party, which set me back to doing the whole boss fight over again, because it's a two-wave fight, or a two-phase fight. I was 2 levels over where I'm supposed to be for fighting this boss. So it's recommended to be 63. I was 65. You know what I did after that?
What?
I went right to the area they give you to do EXP grinding, and I went directly to 75 because they give you an item that gives you a boost of experience. And you can do it until you are pretty much to your next level. You have to do a battle in order to actually level up. So I just did that until I was 75. And then kept going until I ran out of items. So I was like 77 going into that fight. And then I put the boss in the toilet where he belongs.
Sounds right.
It pissed me off royally. And I'm like, no, in the toilet. Fuck this boss. It sucks. Not really, but I wanted him dead. But yeah, it's a good game. If you're looking for a Persona-style game that is shorter, because I clocked in at 40 hours, and that was still doing some request stuff and some side mission stuff. So you could probably get it around 30 hours. I would
or
say.
if you're a speedrunner, probably around 2.
I honestly don't know what the speedrun for Tokyo Mirage Session is. I don't know if anyone has even bothered to speedrun this.
Does it play?
Yes.
Then someone has at least attempted to run.
Right.
Is it a super well refined? Probably not. But at least.
About 717 is the highest. Lunatic, which is the highest difficulty, is 12. I love how it's best ending, but here's how you get best in the game. You do all of the side quests for all of your main party members, and then you talk to all of them during the epilogue and you end the game. That's it. Which I don't know why you wouldn't do the side quests anyway, because that gives you good stuff that would actually be useful in a speedrun. And most of them are just dialogue that you skip anyway. Only some of them are fights that you have to go out of your way and do. I was curious about the original game because I was looking at the Switch one. Oh wow, New Game Plus on normal for the original is about 3 hours, or 2 to 3 hours. And like New Game is like 10. So like,
well then,
I think honestly like 30 hours and you're done with this. It's actually good. The Switch one gives you a bunch of bonus content and stuff, like the EXP dungeon I talked about. There's also one for your weapon mastery, so you can level up your weapons and get more skills faster. But yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time. I'm moving on to Xenoblade Chronicles so I can have that done before 3 comes out. I hope.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I'm like halfway through the game, I think.
Hopefully.
I know I am because I'm at certain revelations in that game. I'm pretty sure I'm almost at the point where I pick up my last party member. And that is towards the end of the game. I know where I'm at in the game because I've watched all of Chuck Conway's playthrough of the game, so I have a good judgment of where I am. So I've also realized that if I include the things that I didn't have on my backlog list, I'm actually on track to beat 12 games this year. Because I've beaten 13 Sentinels and Legends Arceus this year.
Fair.
Which puts me at 5 games beaten now. So, yay! All I have to do is, beat something this month. And I am on track. Besides that, I finished up the Deno Reviform custom that I've been painting up. I need to put more silver on the shoulders. They're white at the moment on like the front part of it. I don't have a picture at the moment, unfortunately. But what I do have is a moment from Thursday night that I tweeted out. So, that Chirinko Hero game. Oh yeah, I saw you got the... Was it 01 at your flea market? I forgot what Charizard picked up at the flea market. I'm pretty sure it was... Yeah, it was the 01 Blu-ray. That was a very nice pickup. I assume it was below retail if it was at flea market. If so, good. Yeah, hopefully we get another Blu-ray soon. I hope. I hope we get another show at some point as well. Yeah, it would also be nice if it was double, considering the anime's coming out. But, that Chirinko Hero game...
Don't hold your breath on that.
Yeah. Is a kart racer where the riders and Ultraman are on pedal bikes. It controls like shit. Like, the handling on it is garbage. And I have never had an arcade racer. Oh, well, he still picked it up. Still, good price for it, all things considered. But, I've never seen a kart racer where drifting is a terrible decision, because you can spin out very easily while drifting around turns. But they all have this animation for when they hit top speed, and this is Ryuki's. I died laughing at this. This literally broke me on stream. And I had to go find everyone else's and see if they were just as good. They weren't. This is the best one in the game, by a mile. Look at him! Look at him shake his ass at the camera!
I don't know how that turned out on the stream, but that works, actually.
This just, I don't know why it was so funny to me, but it broke me on stream. It took me a few minutes to actually recover. So
you know what you need? You need this cleaned up a little bit and turned into a GIF.
I know. I still have the original file. I need to figure out how to turn it into a GIF.
And you know what's funny? You could actually cut it out to where it looks like it's the same background and it looks like he's just doing that constantly.
Mm-hmm. But,
darn my mind and thinking of stuff like that.
Also, the Shockerland game was an NES platformer. It was also hot garbage. Would you like to mash A while trying to rub up against a wall in order to grab onto it to then climb it? Including ledges that are only like knee high. Because your jump is a mile high and there is no in between small jump and big jump. And guess what happens when you jump too high and you bonk on a platform above your head?
Oh boy.
You bonk your head, it gets squished, and you're now stuck not being able to climb on anything. I found the worst video games I've played for this thing last Thursday night. Because I think I'm going to end up doing a tier list of all the games as long as I can remember them all, and those two are going to be at the fucking bottom. They were really bad. Like, super bad. Granted, they are also... I want to inflict this upon other Toku people because they should have to play this because I played it, damn it. But they won't because they're cowards. But yeah, that was the Thursday night stream that went short because, oh boy, did I not want to play more of that game. So, anything else before we hit the news?
No.
All right, then. First up, a bit of Sony news, pre-state of play. So they've announced that they're doing 2 TV shows and a movie with some of their in-house properties. The 2 TV shows are going to be based on God of War and Horizon. God of War will be going to Amazon. Horizon will be on Netflix. So, good ideas so far. Maybe not the platforms, mind you, but you know what? It's good ideas. Also, just in case anyone's wondering, there are no other specific details on these, so we have no idea which incarnation of God of War this is or how the Horizon one will play out. We just know this exists. But the movie one is a fun one, and if you were listening to us Wednesday night, you heard me talk about this, because it's a Gran Turismo movie. You know? That thing that has plot, right? Gran Turismo has plot.
I mean, sure, it's go fast and turn, right?
It's bad. Why? Like, if this was Forza, it'd be one thing. Because at least Forza Horizon has that, event thing that it does, and you can make a plot out of that. Gran Turismo doesn't have any of that. It's just about a bunch of historical races and stuff, which has nothing to do with Gran Turismo as a brand. Gran Turismo 6 was a bunch of talking heads talking about the history of cars. So, no. But yeah, these are all slated for somewhere in the future.
In the future, TM.
Pretty much. Any thoughts from you on these three?
Yeah.
All right, then a quick one and a serious one. The Raven Software QA folks have unionized. They held their vote. They are now unionized. And I believe Microsoft has even said that they will recognize this union in the whole acquisition of Activision and stuff because, Raven Software is kind of getting acquired and all that. So good for them. Just wanted to throw that one out there. But we have a game concept idea that I feel is in line with kind of like Arceus in a lot of respects. Do you remember the original art and stuff from the player's guide for Pokemon?
Not really.
Oh, well, how would you like a Pokemon game that is all that art from Ken Sugimori? At PokeYugami on Twitter put together this little demo showcasing what I guess would be an Arceus style game, but with an original Pokemon, the original Pokemon art style from way back when. It looks good. I do have one problem with it though.
Okay.
There's too much white in all of the art and stuff.
Fair.
It needs to get the white needs to get toned down to a bit more of a gray, because it's too white, it's too bright, and it's a little blinding. But otherwise, this looks neat. This will probably never happen, but it looks neat. But yeah, now we get into the big E3 stuff. Because Sony had their State of Play event for E3. I don't know if I want to call this their E3 one, because it was all third-party stuff. There was very little first-party stuff here. So I'm not sure. But top of the list, the Resident Evil 4 remake. That thing, we've heard about for months on end. They finally showcased it and said it's coming out March of next year. It looks good.
Question mark, I guess?
I don't know how to feel about this because it looks like it's pulling a lot of assets from RE7. Or RE8, my bad. It looks like it's pulling some assets from RE8 to get this out the door faster, which doesn't surprise me one bit, because RE8 was literally pulling from RE4 to start with. But it seems like they're going for a bit more of a horror feel with it, and a lot of the charm of RE4 is in the cheesy action movie dialogue of it. And if we lose that, we kind of lose what makes RE4 fun. Because I'm going to be honest, if Leon is not popping off one-liners every now and again, it's not RE4. It's RE6, where Leon is sad. I don't want sad Leon, I want fun Leon. Also, I can't wait for everyone to complain that Ashley is going to be playable for more than just the one segment in the game, because everyone doesn't like Ashley, and I'm like, y'all are playing the game bad then, because Ashley is not a problem in that game if you are not bad at video game. I hate to break it to you. But they also confirmed that VR is going to come to that remake of RE4 in Resident Evil Village later this year. They also showed off a trailer for a new Walking Dead game. Yay! Some PSVR 2 stuff for No Man's Sky. Call of the Mountain update for Horizon Forbidden West. Marvel's Spider-Man remastered and is coming out to PC. I forget the exact date for this. August.
Oh boy.
And for those curious, Insomniac confirmed in their own press release for this, Miles Morales will be coming in the fall. So both Spider-Mans are coming to PC very soon. I'm sure people are going to be very happy about that. Because I wonder if people will mod remaster to bring back the original Peter Parker.
Oh, that'll happen.
I also kind of hope they put in a mod as well to let you choose Spider-Man's costume for the Miles Morales cutscenes.
That would be nice, or at least something that would tie to like a live whatever your save file for one is that shows in the other two.
Yeah.
If it was even a case like that, then people that only had one could mod it to work too.
Stray got a release date. You probably don't remember this, but that's that cat game where you play as a cat in like a robot world from like 5 state of plays ago at this point. I don't blame you. It comes out next month. The Callisto Protocol got some gameplay stuff shown off for it. That's the game from the Dead Space devs. I guarantee you, if you take one look at this and you did know that, you will know as soon as you see the gameplay of this because it looks incredibly like Dead Space.
Fair. Over
the shoulder, health bar on the shoulder of your player character. Very dark, atmospheric, like horror stuff. Like, yeah, this is from the Dead Space devs. Rollerdrome, actually. What if Tony Hawk Pro Skater was a third-person shooter? That's it. That's the pitch. And I kind of dig it. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's got a nice art style to it as well. Eternites is from an indie dev that played Persona 5, wanted to go make their own video games, quit their job, made a video game, and this is the video game. It looks like a really cool action game that is also a dating sim because 3/5 of the main cast are female, and you are basic male protagonists. Kind of a duh on that one. But the action stuff looked really cool. Street Fighter 6 had some gameplay stuff shown off for it, and I am very confused by the start of it. Because it looks like we're in Metro City, which is a location from Street Fighter and Final Fight and a bunch of other Capcom-related stuff like that. It looks like you're out in some kind of open world thing and walking around, and you can challenge rando people to fights. Like random NPCs to fights. For some reason, they didn't talk about this at all. But you know what has been talked about? The fact that the entire roster has leaked, because concept art for the entire roster has leaked out. and gameplay of Cammy Super has also leaked out. And guess what Capcom's response was on Twitter?
What?
Thanks for all the good feedback. We're glad you're happy with everything that leaked. A part of me thinks these leaks were on purpose.
Probably.
But yeah, Street Fighter 6 looks cool. It's a fighting game, so it's not super hard my cup of tea, but hey, it looks good. Tunic is coming to PlayStation 4 September. Season the Lair to the Future is an indie game where you bike around and take pictures and stuff. It is that kind of indie game. And lastly, Final Fantasy 16 had some more gameplay and stuff shown off. It has giant kaiju battles. I didn't think I would say that about a Final Fantasy game, but here we are. You get to fight giant summon monsters in kaiju fights. All right, I'm kind of sold on this because the action stuff also looks pretty good. I think Square figured out if we give the right team the right amount of time to make a Final Fantasy game, it will be a good Final Fantasy game.
I mean, sounds right.
But yeah, anything in particular stand out to you from State of Play?
No, not really. I mean, the Spider-Man stuff, obviously, but...
Yeah. There is neat stuff here I will keep an eye out for if it hits PlayStation 4. If not, then there ain't a whole lot I can do about it because I have no PlayStation 5 and I don't really have plans at the moment to go through the headache of trying to acquire a PlayStation 5.
Same.
Hey, you remember Sonic Frontiers?
Yeah, Sonic Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, we've gotten gameplay of that. From IGN.
Yeah.
I've heard not good things about this gameplay, and I'll be honest, the idea of open world Sonic doesn't sound like a really good idea.
No.
Because I'm gonna skim through the gameplay at the moment, and I see Sonic climbing a tower, and I'm like, why? Because he's actually climbing the tower at one point. Like, wait, what? What? No, Sonic, go fast. Why is Sonic slowly climbing a tower? No, Sonic, go fast. Sonic's about momentum and about momentum gameplay and going fast because you do right things. Why is there slow moments in this? Why? I didn't put the combat one in. The combat one also did not seem good either. So, we might be in for another bad Sonic game, folks. Or at least a kind of boring one. Any thoughts from gameplay on your end?
Not really.
it's Sonic.
Yeah.
Something will definitely get us to talk about. Pokemans. We got a new trailer for Scarlet and Violet.
Pokemon Red Bike and Purple Bike.
Pretty much. So the trailer gave us 3 new Pokemon. And I will actually pull up the official website to get the information so I can get this correct. Because I don't feel like digging through Cerebee's information for this. Because it's the same information. So we had 3 of our regular Pokemon introduced. We got the little electric mouse Pokemon, Palmy, who is our Pikachu Pokemon for the game. He looks cool. We got Lechonk, which has overtaken the internet because, let's be honest, he is an adorable, pig child. that apparently is buff as fuck because he goes out looking for food and stuff. So he is a buff pig child. And he's just flat normal type, so he's kind of our starting normal type, like a Rattata and like. And Smoliv, who's grass normal, who is our little olive friend, who is a very scared olive friend. And looks to be kind of like your first grass type that you'll acquire if you don't pick up the starter. And we had our box art legendaries of Koraidon and Miraidon. They are dragons that totally do not turn into bikes at all whatsoever. Do not believe the leaks. No, they don't turn into bikes at all. That is not why there's just a straight up tire on the one's neck. Nope, not at all. Nope. They don't turn into bikes. I kind of hope they just show us them turning into bikes real soon. Because it's super obvious.
Yeah.
You're not fooling anybody on this one. But we also get introduced to some of our characters for this. We've got our two professors who are named Sada and Turo. They are Cave Lady Friend and Reed Richards from Fantastic Four. That's just what he is. He's just Reed Richards from Fantastic Four. We also have our rival, Nimona. I assume she's our rival. Also, apparently her glove is not the gimmick, is to help her catch Pokemon, because she's bad at catching Pokemon, but she's good at fighting with them. So the glove is to help her catch better. So it's not a gimmick, apparently. But the big news to come out of this is 4-player co-op in open areas with no restrictions, seemingly, on your progress. You can progress as you want. And it fully open world. So, how do you feel about that for your new Pokemon game?
I feel like I want to see more before say yay or no.
Same. Like, saying that it's big open world progression makes me go, okay, so how are we gating stuff still?
Yeah.
Because apparently there are colored gates that are spotted in the trailer, and some people are speculating that is actually some sort of level gate to actually block your progress on certain stuff. But if that's the case, then it's not really an open world thing. But also, like, some people have speculated that maybe the gyms are going to be level based. Like, your first gym will be, the first gym you face will be like a starting gym, and then it will progress up from there on your gym progression and stuff. But again, like, it's all speculation at this point on what all this means. We really need some more information here. Like, this was a good tease. This is a good starting point. We need more for the Nintendo Direct. That we'll talk about that later. We need to talk about that later. But yeah, anything else for the new Pokemans?
No.
Alright then, so speaking of that Nintendo Direct, here we are talking about that E3 schedule with all those presentations and stuff. So the Twitter link is just the schedule and stuff. I figured you can just have it up there because it gives us an idea of what all's coming up. The other one is just information, because Summer Game Fest is kind of the big showcase thing for a lot of developers, mainly just third-party people. And it has our full list. So we'll get to them when we get down the schedule and stuff. So Monday is going to be the next event. It's limited run. Wednesday will be Black Voices in Gaming. Thursday will be Upload VR and Summer Game Fest. Friday we'll see IGN Expo, Netflix, Tribeca in Freedom Games. And next Saturday is Guerrilla Collective, Wholesome Games, Future Play Direct, NetEase, and Future Games. next Sunday is Microsoft and Bethesda, along with a PC gaming show, and then Monday is Guerrilla Collective again. And don't you notice that we're missing someone here? There's this big blank spot. Where's the Nintendo Direct?
Yeah.
Nintendo, are you gonna 24-hour notice us again? Because you 24-hour noticed us on that Pokemon trailer. Because usually you announce this Direct ahead of time, and we have no hide nor hair of Nintendo. And they've also confirmed that they're not going to be at Gamescom in a couple months. So, Nintendo, are we not going to get anything from Nintendo at large? Because that is a small concern of mine.
And we'll get some.
I'm sure, but... But the big one out of all of this is the Summer Game Fest, and we have a list of people involved with the event. 2K, Activision, Atlas, Bandai Namco, Blooper Team, Capcom, Coffee Stain, Deep Silver, Devolver Digital, Digital Extremes, Dotemu, EA, Epic Games, Focus Entertainment, Frost Giant Studios, Humble Games, Level Infinite, Betatonic, MiHoYo, Netflix, PlayStation, Raw Fury, Samsung Gaming Hub, Sega, Square Enix, Skybound Games, Steam, Studio MDHR, Tribeca Festival, Warner Brother Games, and Xbox will all be represented at Summer Game Fest in some capacity. That's a lot of names, and some of those names I'm very interested in what they're going to be showcasing. Who's standing out to you at the moment?
And that's a good question.
Yeah. I can definitely say Atlas I'm very curious on, because they have Soul Hackers 2 coming out, I believe, this year. So they're probably going to show it off there. But Atlas don't have a whole lot else to talk about, as far as I'm aware. Except, it's the 25th anniversary of Persona, and they haven't really done anything for the fucking anniversary of Persona at all, besides some random merchandise and shit. And everyone is just like, port Persona 5 to PC, god damn it. And I'm like, fair. I'm curious that since Sony isn't doing a show of their own, unless they're doing another State of Play, this might be where Sony shows off a lot of their first party stuff? Question mark? Because Microsoft has their own thing, so I would assume they're not doing a super whole lot at Summer Game Fest until their showcase. So it'll just be a tease, right?
Maybe?
EA just announced a new Jedi Fallen Order game, but I don't expect too much more from that because they didn't show a whole lot to start with. Capcom just showed off a bunch of stuff on their banner, so I don't expect too much more new from them. I'm curious what Epic's going to be showcasing, because they don't do a whole lot of games these days. So I'm curious what they've got up their sleeve.
Probably a new Gears or something like that.
They don't do Gears anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the internal studio Microsoft has. They are not involved with Gears. They haven't been involved with Gears since 4, or pre-4.
That's a good question then.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, no, they don't do Gears anymore. They've not done Gears in years. That's an internal team at Microsoft now, just like Halo is. I assume the MuHyo is Genshin Impact because that's the devs for Genshin Impact. I don't expect much more than Genshin Impact from them. But yeah, it is a curious list. It is definitely worth checking out. I assume it's going to be like a super long event, so if I assume when we get a Nintendo Direct, I might live stream reactions to it. Things did not go well last year when I was wanting to try that, but things should be fine this year, so hopefully I get to actually sit down and attempt to enjoy the Nintendo Direct and do reactions to it. But yeah, that's pre-E3, folks. It's going to be a busy couple of weeks. It's going to be a very busy TGS in 2 weeks because we have a shit ton to talk about again. But any other thoughts?
I don't have any.
Alright then, releases! We're gonna kick off on June 6th. We have Elder Scrolls Online High Isle for Stadia. On the 7th, Dead by Daylight, Roots of Dredge for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. On the 8th, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords for the Switch with restored content mod of some kind. They haven't gotten the specifics of that, but apparently it might end up being like the best version of KOTOR 2 if you've not got the PC version with the fan mod. On the 9th, Arcade Archives Modus for PlayStation 4 and Switch. Delivery from the Pain for Switch. On the 10th, Demon Slayer Kitsune no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles for Switch. Mario Strikers Battle League for Switch. That has a demo at the moment. Meta Man Zeno Reborn for PlayStation 4 and Switch. The Quarry for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4 and 5. On the 13th, Jumanji: The Curse Returns for Switch. On the 14th, Baba Is You for Switch. Very good puzzle game. Crazy Chicken Extreme for PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. Neverwinter Dragon Slayer for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. House of the Dead Remake Limited Edition for Switch. Vampire Masquerade Swan Song for Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, and 5. On the 15th, Ollie Ollie World Void Riders for Switch. Ye Olde Cribbage Club, a late daters game for Switch. On the 16th, Arcade Archives Space Seeker for PlayStation 4 and Switch. The Overlord Escape from Nazareth for the Switch. And on the 17th, Cookie Mama Cuisine for iOS. And that is pretty much it, folks. It is a short list of releases. But that will pretty much do it for us, folks. Anything else before we head out?
I can't think of it.
Alright then, tomorrow we're continuing with 0-1 with pretty much the introduction of Metal Cluster Hopper. That's the 4 episodes, folks. It's the introduction of the Metal Hopper. Wednesday will be co-op of some variety.
Yeah, no clue yet.
Next Thursday, we'll be continuing Rider Chronicle with Battle Pinball and Heisei Hero Basso. And next Saturday will be a Rampant Gaming of some variety as well. I would assume as long as it is cooperative, Star Citizen might end up in one of those 2 slots.
Maybe? I wouldn't rule it out.
But that'll pretty much do it for us, folks. So if you like what you're seeing, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Jump away that I feel like you'll add to on Twitter to get the updates on the life. Expedition Winter to their attack. Is this what link? Drop by, say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.